Hey YouTube friends. Alright, look, we got some beautiful skies. You know, we got rain last night, so in the next couple weeks, or couple of days, you're gonna start seeing a lot of stuff sprouting. There's a lot of stuff sprouting right now though. You could see, let me show you. It, yeah. Look, sprouts. You could see the guava, stuff start pushing. This is sugar apple still asleep. All right, but welcome to this video. All right, in this video, we're going to be harvesting some yams, not sweet potato, real yams. Discola alata. You know, so we have the ube, it's a purple variety. You know, we have the white, I think, in the back also. You know, so we're gonna check these containers, see what we have in them. Yeah, this is the first time. Normally, I grow the yams in. Yeah, this is the first time. Normally, I grow the yams in actually directly in the ground, but I decided to grow it in containers this year. All right, so let's see. We have two containers here that we're gonna check. You can see everything is dried up. It should be, yeah. Yep. Let's see what we got in here. Yeah, hopefully there's stuff in there. Yep. All right, let's get our gloves and get dirty. All right, let's put this camera down. All right, so let's see what we got here. So I'm gonna actually empty the container. Like it's easier to actually just empty the container on this old shower curtain I have here. Yes, let's see. Our roots. Okay. Oh, like the roots just popping through the. Okay, let me get a better view of this. Hold on. Let's get this over here. All right. Better view of everything right here. Okay. This is the container. Let's spread this up. Oh, for the first year when I grow the ube yam, we had a lot of nice yams. All right, but let's see what we have right here. This here. All right. Yeah. So this is not sweet potato. This. Oh, what's this? Is this worms? There's a lot of worms. They move fast too. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, we have some yams here. Good. This is it there. Okay. So it was a small, tiny piece of plant here. So I wasn't expecting. Let's show the color of the yam. See what it looks like? That purple yam. But they definitely have more yams, you know, if we plant it in ground. Yeah, but I see a lot of people plant it in containers too. So let's put that there. I don't think there's any more. I think that's it. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. I think this container don't need more dirt in it, like no more soil. So I was kind of expected to see a smaller harvest. All right, let's see what we have in that other bigger container. As I said, normally I plant this in ground and we have great success. Yeah, the yam seems a little bit small in that one container, which I was expecting because just the way it looked from earlier on. Yeah. So let's see what we got in this container. I'm hoping that this container have some bigger yams. This is that much older. Let's see. Yeah, should. All right, let's bring it over here. No. So it looks like there's two plants here. There's one was growing here, and there's one was growing right here. Yeah. So let's see what we got. Let's pour this out and see what we got. All right. Alright, good. A lot of roots. A lot of roots are just wrapping around. That's one thing with container growing. Sometimes the plant don't get to, its full potential in containers. But and I'm gonna still plant back some in containers, but I have a different method I'm gonna use. I'm gonna put more soil in it, because this one had limited soil. The one with the smaller plant. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, let's see. I said it's the first time I'm growing this cola latte in containers. But it could be done. So even some of you that's in cooler temperatures, you could try and grow it in a container as well. I mean, I have my friend who sent me the rhizomes, or the yam itself, is in, it's Sapa Gardener. A couple of years ago, like maybe 4 years ago. Yeah, so he's in Virginia, and he actually grows this yam in Virginia. So yeah, it can be grown anywhere you are, it seems. See, I have a lot of soil here. Yeah, I'm going to reuse this soil too. Soil seems compacted too. Yeah. Okay. There's one yam here. Okay. Small. Yeah, I think I'm going to plant them back in the ground, because it's a little bit small. Seems like I just need to replant those. But as I say, you learn while you're gardening. Yeah, so some things work, some don't. Let's see. Oh, we have a lot more here, look. It's a nice harvest. We got nice piece here. Good. That's not bad. Not bad. Yeah. You can see the color of the yam there. Yeah. Good. Color of the yam. And then we had, like normally I would harvest this about this time. Yeah. But remember we had that cool weather in November. It's kind of, I think, prematurely damaged the greens on it. Oh, we have a good harvest here. Not bad. I'm going to show you guys in a minute. Yeah, but all this soil now, we're going to reuse the plant again. Yeah, yep. Yeah, well, yeah, Sapa Gardener was the one who sent me the yam seed. Yeah, yep. All right, this soil is compacted. I'm going to reuse this soil. I'm going to add some rabbit manure and stuff. Yeah, yep. All right, that's it. Let's show you what we got. All right, guys, so look, I just finished harvesting the yam here. All right, this is the yam that we got here, but I actually just try to, I'm replenishing the soil also. This is rabbit manure. Look at it. So, because I'm going to actually just plant back some of the yam back in this container. Yeah, but not today, but I'm just adding this rabbit manure, this goodness, rabbit manure, right back in the container. Yeah, used by the same soil. Yeah, and remember the rabbits we have here. So everything is this full circle organic gardening we do here. Yeah. So work that in. We have some yam seeds inside, because normally when the yam bear, like the vine will have these little yam seeds that pop out on the side of the yam, the vine. We've been saving those, so we're gonna also plant those back in this container. Yeah, work that in. Okay, so we got that done. So let's go over to the yam now that we got. All right, let's walk over. Let me bring this over and clean it up, that you could get a better look at it. Okay. All right, guys. So let's clean this up and get the real view of what we actually just harvest. Remember, guys, this is not sweet potato. This cola alata, the real yam, like real yam. Not, I know a lot of people call it sweet potato yam. Sweet potato is definitely not yam. This is actually the real yam. This you cook the same way you could boil it. You know, you could bake it. You could put it in soups, anything you do with that. But this is actually a different texture, different flavor, actually more nutritious. Yeah, yep. They use this in desserts, everything. Yep. So, yeah, not a bad harvest for it to be grown in containers. Very proud of this harvest. Good. All right, let's show you the two guys. All right. Yeah, guys, so you did good in a container. Got the yam, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful yam. Yep, so see this, look like this tiny one I'm going to replant. This I'm going to use to replant in a container. I think these three. Everything else is going to be eaten. I say you could just boil it the same way you do with, you know, with any other yam. Yep. So that is it, though. Let me show you the color again. That deep purple. Look at that, guys. Deep purple. One of those rare yam that is coveted all over the world to be grown. Easy to grow. This year, actually, let's pop it in a container. Nothing. Replenish the soil early in the year, and that was it. Yeah. Nothing else was done. All right, so. All right, guys, so we just finished harvesting our ube yam. You know, yeah, the food forest is coming back slowly. You know, we're going to do other videos about that. This was just mainly about the Discola lata, you know, and, you know, we're very happy that, you know, we got a good harvest from the containers. Oh, it's interesting. Let's walk over here. You know, the cows was out yesterday. Well, they left a big thing of fertilizer here. Look at this. Yeah, yep. So that is it. We're getting a lot of low quartz, yeah, and stuff. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching. I'll be blessed with peace, love, happiness, and kindness. One love. See you guys in the next video.